again, bump the channel. Alex unblocked me, apologizing and really tried to sell me his course for a discount of $500. That's because somebody is reaping what he sowed. All right. Now, let's go ahead. I just started recording. So obviously, for YouTube, if you guys are watching this back, incredible day. Ridiculous put percentages, 2000 plus percent to the downside. We took a short. I actually have that recorded, so I'm going to post that clip a little bit later of me taking that short. But that being said, as we approach this 24-hour candle close, we are at the floor of a box that we have are essentially are punching down through. And whenever, just like if we're trading this to the upside, right, we could invert that scale. This is where obviously we'd be looking at the structure above us. We're leaving structure A, looking for structure B. That's 581.34. Obviously, we're in position for that. Now, in volatile times like this, where you see big whips up and big whips down, it is never a terrible idea to have a hedge in mind. Mine is obviously going to be around the first floor that we lost, which is 596.70, as well as 600, which should be a decent strike. One could be using the 5-minute time frame to enter said hedges as we bounced directly off of that 593.60 because it's the floor, and we're now moving back up on this one where we'll see a retest of 595 if it reclaims. You can see it fighting for that now. So that is the plan going into the weekend for the Qs. Obviously, that's my focus, but we'll take a look here at the 24-hour chart for SPY. And SPY saw a nasty drop. This one as well hasn't really completed the whole wave through, but I'm suspecting because we are closing flat, we'll see how we move end of day. There could be a gap up around 660, but I am looking down towards the 553, but that doesn't look like it's going to be enough to stop us. Personally, I aim for structure to structure, box to box, and that on the 24-hour will bring us to the first red candle to our left, which will be 651. I think it is a little bit cleaner here on the 4-hour, where you do have a floor of 652.14. The empty space technically ends at 653.40. But this is a large move down. The only thing, and this is what to hedge for, the only thing is obviously Trump backtracks. So took some 44 to, oh, very good. You just woke up like an hour ago? Damn. That's wild. Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, by the way, tap your screen. So far, we're getting a rejection off of that. We haven't seen a new low, however. How likely are we going to be above 660? I don't see. I mean, no. I mean, it's easy to let fear kind of creep into your mind. Right now, selling pressure is strong. The market needed this anyway. There is very rarely one wave down. Like as you can see over here, we saw something similar where at the end of the day, you don't bounce. That's the biggest thing here, is that we're not seeing a full reversal. That reversal should have already happened. It should have exploded. That's where, yeah, I do look at this price action as a gauge on, okay, we get one solid red candle down 24-hour time frame. How often does that really occur where it's just one big red candle? It typically comes in waves of two, bam, bam, right? So we can kind of backtrack with that. Same thing here, right? No bouncing, keep flushing. That's what we're looking for. And so that's what I'm seeing right now. And as this being one of the bigger pullbacks that we've seen here in a minute, I'm keeping some downside on the table and then hedging, because again, one of the best ways to keep going down is to gap up. That is going to be number one. So how do we play Monday? Can you explain my Potter strategy? Not right now, but I'd love to, perhaps after hours, after we're done recapping here. There's my water. All right. Alrighty, so let's take a look at IWM, which I was not paying attention to today, but we did talk about that candle close back underneath the floor there. There's many taps, the rejection off a cost basis this morning. That one gave you a punch down. I do believe that this does look like it will be heading further down with a move back underneath, right? All of these significant sell levels. It really, I think, helps if you look at the weekly. The weekly doesn't show any structure technically until around 280. And that's a little bit of a stretch. It's not the cleanest setups, right? We have basically box here, which we're still on approach, and then box there. Not the cleanest setup for me, but you would have 238 and 235 directly underneath us if that is something. Oh, you got the night shift? Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. But anyway, my interest is on the cues. The cues have been moving fluidly. I like how little structure is there. That is where my focus is. Floor has just been well, no candle close, but we are back in that space. So obviously candle close there, 594.50, and we could start seeing a reclaim back up towards the end of the day. Guys, you need to buy the dip. We need exit. We don't do that. Buy the dip shit. All right. Wow, I am making bags right now on that. I need somebody to buy my bags. Might need to look somewhere else, dude. All right, guys. If you have anything you want me to take a look at, I'm gonna brush over Nike really quickly. Obviously, we are. If you got in this, good job, guys. Sticking to your guns, right? We talked about the floor here and where we needed to bounce. No bounce today. We lowered time frame as well. Right, 3 rejections off of the top. This offered an opportunity to take it short. I joined you in that, and where the fuck did you go? There you went. Yeah, basically around 400+% if you got in today. I know some of you guys got in earlier than I did in earnings, so good job on that. But this is on the 24-hour, a little bit past that imbalance. So I'm looking at basically touchdown around 64.50. Could happen by the end of the day where you could take a hedge. But this is funny because I just want to let you guys know. And I also just want to give you guys a pat on the back. I traded Nike here, got out basically in here, didn't touch it all the way through here. And then I remember off of this bounce, right, or off of that first leg down, that's where you guys started approaching me about taking this empty space. So we got to trade the empty space up and then fill that empty space back down. It's a great example, right, of being patient, waiting, but walking away from a stock once it's done giving you what you look for. It's good not to try to suckle on a teat that's dry. But anyway, good job. Nike, part of the Trump tariff issue, putting fuel into the fire. I'm not trading Nike through structure, so the last straw here is into this box. I mean, let's actually hold on. I rewind. There is empty space all the way to 61.50, but if we're trading box to box, empty space, that's the play. And runners could potentially go into there, but 600, 678. You might need to use SQQQ or something if the IV is a little bit too high. But yeah, we're looking good. All right, back over here to the 5. I think 603 would be the retest on Monday if we did pop. All right. Anyway, that's funny. Where to learn this strategy on my YouTube channel / Potterbox Workshop. All right, Nike. Let's go ahead and see what you guys are looking at here. By the way, if you're on TikTok, this is free. So if you guys don't mind tapping your screen, the code that is on there is for the flash sale. I don't know how many people have signed up, but there's only 10 spots left. Or were. I don't know how much is in there. All right. Let's F Baba. Oh, damn. Looks like Baba's already getting effed. Damn, what a day to swing into the shorts on the Baba. I mean, there is more empty space down, and if we're expecting the Qs or Trump holds its ground, That could be worth speculating on, taking it all the way back into the 145 area. I think would be straightforward. Obviously, look at the risk to reward on that. It is a candle close with no bounce. What just said earthquake? Yeah, one dude blocked me because oh shit, and I didn't see that. He blocked you because I was a viewer and not buying the course. Holy shit. That's wild. SPX down. So listen, SPX is just SPY on the daily without extended hours. So everything I give you on SPY is going to correlate directly to SPX. I struggle with SPX, but looking at SPY and this one intertwined up against the candle close on the floor of the 24-hour or daily, whatever, I would be aiming for the first red candle at 65.30. Very good. Tesla to zero. I can endorse this message. I am still in shorts, and these shorts are tight, but they feel good. They're made of 100% cotton. I'm planning on going full FSD down to fucking 390, and then all the way down to 368. I cannot ask for a better candle close on the floor. I took the short today off of that 444 pop back up. And we got the dip down in rejection and then drop to the floor. You can look out obviously to get the whole enchilada 2 to 3 weeks. If you're looking for the imbalance, I'm fucking with the next week's contracts. So today was beautiful. Our worst nightmare for Tesla, right, is that it goes and fills up its empty space. That's it, right? We have one trigger. This is the trigger that we're sitting on. So if you can use TSLL, correlate those charts, 433 would be that retest level at max 428. So come Monday, if we pop up there, I'm not getting out. In fact, if we gap up, I will be so ready to short this. Dude, you don't even want to know what I'll do. I'll fucking astral project right into Elon Musk. You know what that means? Google it. All right. Do you like synthetic butterflies or regular ones? That's an interesting question. Yeah, we just keep it moving. Reddit, yeah. Well, actually, Reddit did so I mentioned this yesterday, right? And this was unfortunately, this is exactly a sand trap, right? Where you pop up, market conditions obviously pull you back down, and yes, Reddit could be considered a downside play, right? I would be looking at a target of 189 and 180 flat to the downside, especially with market continuation to the downside. That seems like the most feasible target of also 161. And if we are changing gears, right, it's going to be right when everybody goes short. So I think next week, if we are really bearish, we will continue moving into like Wednesday and then bear trap. Not to completely reverse, but if this is trending down, remember, and I discussed this before on QQQ, I remember talking about this down here, right? Whenever we're trending down, it's never just a straight line, right? Oftentimes in a downtrend, this very same boxes that you break down from will be the very same ones that you retest. You build boxes, you flush down. So it's not just hold puts. The only time that's going to happen is if we truly saw a crash. So as much as I can see continuation to the downside, obviously next week, if we do flush down, some retest midweek would be pretty nice. Oh God. Dude, I'm sorry. Dude, yeah, what did he hit on those? 1,700%. Yeah, this is why I yap. Look at these percentages, my friends. Unheard of. Look at this. Anyway, back to it. Anyway, you've got the your chart does look good. Apple down. You're a weird little guy. Interesting. I know he did make an account just to read. I was just gonna say 0 followers, 0 following. Probably somebody in the Discord. All right, so Apple had a tremendous empty space punch down. This was, as far as my strategy goes, this is the reversal signal. Beautiful punch down. You got a wick off of the top today. Floor got lost. Empty space, 50% of that. Obviously, the trade down is 241. Right, and I don't really see anything. You're already underneath the 248.60. Looks amazing, right? Must be troll. Too difficult question. No, we're in the middle of my analysis. Like this is what I have scheduled. I don't know what you're doing, but we're trying to look for money. No, you can go to my YouTube if you want to learn anything. I'm not here to serve you. I'm here to make money, and I'm helping other people do that too as well. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you can go look at my YouTube, my boy. Yeah, that's that's actually mad funny. So with that being said, I think looking at the most recent price action, 241 is box to box. You are past that 50% mark. It looks great, especially if you're already holding it. So we fell really fast. So yes, we fell really fast, but you could say the same thing when we rip. We rip really fast, and then guess what? We will grab hold of something. And as we've pulled back today, we have either dipped below something or punched through it, leaving us with no support. Obviously, the imbalance could be some sort of support, but obviously, I mean, a candle closed with no bounce. Best you can do is hedge. So. All right. What do we have next? Any more requests?
Yeah, I got one. If a brokerage tries to get a hold of you and tries to kidnap you from us, you're leaving?
Yeah. He said if a brokerage tries and come and kidnap me, I'm leaving. I will never work for I will
loyal to us.
I'm just never going to work for an institution.
Okay, so Universal's still on the table. All right, good.
Yes, Universal is still on the table. Yeah, I have no interest in working for an institution or ever having a boss again. I did this. Do? What?
Like find badass retails and
no.
sign them?
No, no. I mean, if I was good enough, sure, but like I would have to have exposure and go to trading competitions and.
So you're not a free agent.
Mm-mm. If anything, I'll start my own one day, but it will be not your typical fund. So. All right.
I think that's a good time to look at Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a look at Disney. No shit. Are you in that already?
No, but I'm looking at it because of the close it's getting.
I see 105. Right. Looking at what's underneath this floor here, there's a gap to fill. I suspect 105.89. And then yes, there's more empty space underneath that. Market conditions driving us down. I think one of the biggest things for me here is that, yeah, I don't know if I short anywhere past that, but one of the biggest things here is that you spend all of this time consolidating. You get a couple of candle closes outside of that range and nothing. Nothing. And so that being said, weekly candle close underneath, and this is easy to establish. That's where sellers control the price across the board. That's where sellers sell. That's 114, and we're pushing off of that. So yes, I have nothing to say about that. Obviously, inflated contracts could be an issue, but oh my God.
Buy my contracts.
105 is the target for next week. They're only like $30.
Shoot your shot, bud. I mean, yeah, that's. I might have to take a look at them as well. But
104, they got 9,000 open interest too. But 104 is only 20 something bucks.
the only thing I can say is this channel that it's been operating in has a bottom here at 108, which does share a floor over here, but that is it. So obviously, if you take that position, you just have to have a stop loss in mind, huh?
On channels meant to be broken.
Yeah, they are absolutely 100%. So stick to your levels, but obviously in this conditions, you know, if you see trend, you can map it out. Rope and a kala. Dude, I normally don't block people, but I mean, you're just squirming in the profits, dude, or in the chat. You're like, it's kind of cringy. I don't know if you're getting the attention that you need or what this is, where this is coming from. I don't know who you are, but clearly you know who I am. You're trying to get a reaction. This is about all you're going to get. I could care less, dude. I don't.
That guy.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to him, but yeah, I just could. You're trying to get me to answer unrelated questions to what I'm doing, and I'm just teaching. This is what we do every day from 3 to 4. Speaking of
Don't
that,
waste your
damn,
time.
it's only
Must be rock salt.
3:16. Holy shit! That's amazing. You
So-
don't even
Lock 'em up.
on the fucking
him
Lizard
up.
King, dude. Yo, this
Lock 'em up.
PC gets hot as shit, and it gets hot in here, dude.
Why is it hot if you're not running any games right now?
Oh, I was running Battlefield.
Oh, then yeah, that makes.
No,
Oh, it
the
came
So
out
I,
already?
no, you're not the only one. That I mean, that's a retard, dude. I actually do what I'm saying I'm gonna do. I mean, I have so much proof. It's beautiful. No, you don't. No, you don't. You wish you do, which is why you're angry in my chat. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this analysis. If you guys have anything else to drop, we'll keep looking for 1,000% trades like today, which was absolutely ridiculous. Chad, what percentage did you hit again? Wasn't that 2,800% or something like that? Chad's probably on his surfboard right now.
I was I was over 2,100% on my last 2 runners. I can't take a picture of it because when I sell it, it goes to 0. But
Ugh.
I was 1,200 and 1,600 on the pictures I took of my gains.
Ugh. We shorted the top today,
Gorgeous.
everybody. We
Took a
are
nice nap after I bought them too. It's nice.
beautiful, dude.
It was-
Oh, dude, those are the best snaps.
After money naps, dude. I love that.
Oh, those are the best snaps, dude.
Dude,
Look at
I
that
had-
baby.
I had a nap yesterday. Legitimately had a dream. I was chasing my chicken down the street, and as I was chasing it, it got bigger and bigger. It's just one of those dreams, dude. That's it. That's the whole
And
context.
this-
Nothing happened.
Samir's
It's close to
Samir plugs
Halloween.
number, man.
Most people are afraid
It's
of
like you need
clowns.
to
They're
name
afraid of
that
big
chicken
chickens.
Gamma Delta.
You said I got to inject my chicken with Gamma and Delta.
No, you're naming it right, and as it kept going down the street, it kept getting bigger and bigger.
Oh my, yeah, there you go.
No, dude, I'm so sorry. Do your analysis. I don't want to interrupt.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine. I mean, this week, guys, has been incredible. So there's there's room to speculate on these candle closes for sure. But a lot of you guys are sitting on stupid profits. Some of the screenshots you guys have sent me today have been nuts. But anyway, let's see what else we got. Tesla. Yeah. So again, Tesla. I love the candle close against the floor. I'm short over the weekend. I got a little, I've got a little TSLL hedge planned out.
Damn. Nobody
Yeah.
told me that.
Well, here I am confessing my.
Damn, dude. 360.
Dude, when I tell you, today I caught this on live this morning. I recorded it. I said, if you have major balls, I think Juanito popped up and said, you called. And I said, if you have huge balls, you could go short that 444 level. No, and dude, listen, if that was not, this shit gets too easy. at some point, especially when you open up underneath boxes and you've gapped up to resistance. Like, come on, give me a fucking break.
Let's be humble. Let's
Sorry,
be humble.
I'm trying. But anyway,
It's
It's
down,
not
it's
easy.
down
It's really
4.5
not easy.
today.
That guy pissed him off, man. That guy pissed him off good. Let him flash. Let him give a little fuck you to those.
I'm not
That's true.
mad
That's true.
at all.
We had a decent
I've kind of already forgot.
but I just want everybody to know. I know a couple people were saying it's like a
You got to keep cranking that Wi-Fi, Manny.
shit. My bad, dude.
It's all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know some people were mentioning, it was a bit exaggerated. I understand it was, but remember that stocks ATR also changes as they gain value, right? Like, look, the S&P is down 140 points, and it's only down 2.70%. And we were down 5% today overall. Like, focus on what I'm trying to say is before I go off, on track, focus on the percentage of what something is down. 2%, that's a relatively normal day, right? Nobody bats an eye when the S&P is up 2% on the day. But when it's down 2%, oh my God, Armageddon is here. If we were down 5% today, which is what should have been if this tariff thing was
Yep.
gonna make it a big deal, I would have understood it. But bro,
I want him to double down over the weekend. I want
if
him
he
to double
doubles
down.
down and then on
Tempted.
Tuesday he chickens out.
Yeah, a taco Wednesday, honestly, instead of Tuesday would be great.
That would be better. That would
Taco
be very
Tuesday,
much better.
we could deal with that end of day. You know what? I talked to Xi Jinping, great guy.
Great
me
guy.
and we used RFK. I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Neo's done. Obviously, with China overhead pressure. Once that frees up, again, we are at structure, but I see more empty space to 633. Like I think we discussed before, punch down 633 would be our target. All right. We got plenty of time here, guys. Keep dropping your requests. Let's see if we can't put a decent watch list together. A lot
Yeah,
of
I know
stuff.
Q's moved significantly today. I had puts at the top that I closed out because I was hitting max loss, unfortunately. They were like $7. That was like a 1,200% trade that I missed out.
Oh man.
But
I
I
think
literally only put $30 into it.
That's the most ridiculous part of it. And again, these opportunities will present themselves again. Speaking of, one thing that I am noticing here as we move into the close, we're obviously still far away. Man, we are not seeing anybody step up. I'm not seeing any of these floors right now. I'm looking at 592.50 for the Qs as we kind of just continuously creep down new low. So again, those are one of the most significant signals to me is seeing a candle close below a floor. You couldn't pull yourself back up. You're closing flat. Nobody wants to buy. So this following through the weekend, yeah, I'm swinging. Dude, let me see. This is actually really funny. Let me see what happens when we have decade of bear market. I doubt you see you guys. First of all, we've been through bear markets, Manny and me. We've been through. Yeah, we know how to trade up and down. That's beautiful. I think this dude is losing his mind. PGY. Pagaya. I just like saying that thing's name. But yeah, that is actually a good setup. Nice punch down. You hit cost basis today. You've got the 27.75 clear empty space to 24.42. Obviously, if you wanted to take that any further, based that off of a weekly time frame. All right, that's the second time you've looked in my window. 1921. 1920 would be the next target following that. That's actually not bad at all. Are we entering a bear market? Not so fast. It is obviously moves like this, closing past floors, not responding, that we could see a leg down. But I want to remind you, this was July, 2 fat legs down, resume the bull market, right? We need to see more than this break. Yes, what's up?
I hate to interrupt you, but I just need to kind of talk to you about this for my own understanding and clarification. I always hear you say that when things fall fast, usually they bounce or recover fast. Like today, this thing fell like legit a falling knife.
Yes.
and it doesn't recover things. And I'm saying this because I've had experiences where I've been in different stocks. They fell fast and then they recovered. And then I was sitting there thinking it was going to keep going. And then it just completely reverses. And then all the gains were lost. And then I'm in the negatives. But then you have something like this
Yep.
and it just keeps going
Yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're falling fast in a bull market is good, right? This allows retest to happen quickly. We've seen it and held through these things multiple times. We have set levels that we know that the stock should respond to in the morning. How many times did we do this? Almost, I think weekly, daily. We have a pre-market plan as far as where something will fall. When it hits that level, its job is to bounce back up and move price to a floor or something that it can recover, a pre-market box or anything like that, something that it can bounce and hold back onto. If it does not respond like it did today, where you pop up, you fail, and then you hold underneath where sellers control the price. We saw 3 rejections this morning on the Qs. So they're conditional, right? We have when the overall market is pulling back. And this is obviously something that we don't see every day. But when you're in a trade and you have a set retest level, which you should have, again, our first question every single morning is what is above, what is below. And if you have what is below and it hits that, it is going to respond. Every level that we talked about with the Qs this morning responded, even if it was momentary. When it responds, when it bounces, it must go back up and to whatever floor it lost. And so you need to see candles closing on that floor. However, this morning, when we see candles hit those levels or move past, right? So just like the upside, and this is how I'm going to explain this. When we look at something going to the upside, how do we know we want to hold when we're moving through structure? It grabs hold of something. So how do you know whether something is going to keep falling? It does not respond to the levels underneath it. And we're looking at, like, if you're looking at this and you're like, well, why isn't Pagaya bouncing? Well, it's fallen underneath what it had already worked hard to break over. You've fallen into the sand trap. And because there's empty space underneath us, it looks highly probable to fall down into that empty space. But when you take a position and, like, say for NEO should have responded at cost basis today, and it did not. It bounced momentarily and then continued to flush. That was your exit sign. And so having those levels marked out in pre-market, whether you're long or you're short, right? Because when you're long and a candle closes on a floor, you're like, that's all good. But a red candle closes down underneath us, that's what keeps you from going back up and filling that space, is that you've grabbed hold of something that either sellers like or buyers like, they're going to keep price away from that retracement. So, again, with the Qs, we have and this is upside down. You have a box right here. Should we have bounced today at that 602.83? Yes. Did we? Yes. How long? Not long enough. When you bounced, what did you recover? Nothing. Nothing. We sat flat. We laid down 2 cost bases. What are we supposed to do? Respond. Did we? No. Did we bounce? Yes. Did that give us momentary time? We even talked about it, right? We talked about the lower time frame. We saw the green candles. We established what needs to be recovered. And if that cannot be recovered, then what are we looking at? No bounce off of something that's designed to bounce, that holds the volume, contains the buyers, does not respond. Who's in control? Sellers are. So when I look at QQQ, and this morning I see a pullback to 602 and it does not respond, or flip it back over. Let's also just talk about this, right? I bump what Trump said, right? Who cares what he said? Because again, I think this is all by design. Right here, right? This is a level that we gapped underneath and we fell. We popped back up and we retested. We pulled back, popped back up, and we pushed into the gap that we left behind. Now, when you get into all-time highs, what does that tell you, right? When Labubu is, you bought it for $25 and it's selling for 200, we expect the price to keep going up, right? But you try to sell your Labubu when it hits 200 and you refresh your screen and it's now 180. Uh-oh, nobody wants to buy Labubus at 200 anymore. You just bought a Beanie Baby. Price underneath you where you worked so hard to get is 612. Not only do you not respond, go to the 5-minute, you're struggling. You're struggling. You filled up all your empty space on the first initial leg down, bounced, retested, and then chopped. Now we zoom down into the 3-minute and we have everything that we look for on, I mean, seriously, 3 rejections, right? That's the sell level, 316, 1, 2. Now I grabbed those shorts as we went to the high. That high failed. We pulled back, and obviously I'm setting my structural stop loss, which is identifiable on the 2, as the floor. The floor doesn't get reclaimed. You pull back down, 3 rejections off the top, and we get a fucking Trump gift. It's one of the nicest things he's done all year. Is throw another fucking bitch fit. But that being said, punch down. And how many times I have explained this so many times. When you get to all-time highs, if people don't see buying, if you are not enthusiastic about that new high, this causes fear. How do I know? Because we've gone through this so many times. Remember over here, how long did you have to work from December of 2024 until February of 2025? You sat and you banged up against a wall short of all-time highs. When you get to all-time highs, you sit there 1, 2, 3 days. Nobody wants to buy the Labubu, and panic and fear set in. So anyway,
I'm now gonna say that he has coined the Labubu
Oh.
analogy.
was that pretty good? I like Labubu.
I loved it.
Hey Potter, I have
Is
a
that
question
French?
about
Yeah,
swinging
that was
when
that
you
was
adjust.
masterful.
If you said earlier that Q's was gonna retest and probably gap up over the weekend before it dumps again, why would we buy puts
You wouldn't.
over the
Well,
weekend?
either if you,
Okay.
so the goal hopefully here, the people that I'm talking to the most are the people who shorted today, right? Off of that top, or if you added to 580 puts with me, that's, and this is where we, obviously yesterday or day before yesterday, we talked about that as well. But if you already are in position, it's, I mean, taking them right now, obviously, yes, there is the potential. Are we still holding that floor? I mean, we're flat as a pancake up against that floor. So, I mean, we could, 592. Holy shit. No
I mean, I
way.
agree with you. I think it's going to retest something and then dump another leg down to 580.
I mean, if
but
we close
falling
like
below
this
that
with
range
no
still-
response, then yes, a gap down. Am I
What
going to,
about-
am I going to hedge myself? Yes. Like, and if you're buying for that next leg down, obviously that's something that I would do as well. I mean, looking at where we're right now, I think 588.50,
Well, I was
591.50 is
pull the trigger
lost.
on the 588s, and I said, why wouldn't I wait till it retests on the upside or gaps up over the weekend and then buy them when they're cheaper, knowing
Damn.
that it's going to flex more, right?
Oh no, this guy is on his PC and phone bashing our profits. I don't understand what these dudes are squirming in this. They've been squirming this whole time I was teaching. Just, I have no idea what's going on with them. It's okay, guys. You can go DM some of the people in here who are independent traders and just go ask them how badly I've scammed them. Juan, do you want to tell them how badly? Chad, do you want me to tell me how badly I've scammed you guys? I mean, I've been scamming the shit out of Chad, dude. Tell him, Chad. I've been scamming the
Yeah,
shit out of this guy.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
I've made more. Well, I don't want to say it, but yeah.
Dude, you scammed me so bad today. I almost paid my rent off of Nike.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks, bro.
considering quitting my job. Just put it that way.
No shit, really?
Company,
Best
the company
scammer
I'm
ever.
running. I'm gonna let my ex run it for a while.
That sounds bad when you say it like that, but I trust that's a good situation. But
No, it's a power position. I don't need this job like I did before. So
I got you. You were like, I'll just give the business to the ex. I was like, damn, that's
yeah,
carefree
yeah,
right there.
that's right. I now have a backup plan.
I got you. He has
You
made
must
me
be
like,
really good to friggin'
You're really, really
uh,
bad at scamming, Potter.
I
guess
know.
on all these stocks. Jeez.
Yeah, really, really good at guessing, but really bad at scamming. Scam me, bro? Question mark.
Do you flip a coin, bro?
Yeah, that's how I do it. It's funny how every TikTok trader claims to make millions. Has anybody ever heard me say that I make millions? Pretty
Never.
never. I've
No,
never.
but we have
It's-
heard you say my plan is to make $1 million.
Yeah, that of course. Yeah, of course.
Did you ever up your account?
No. Dude, I might have to.
Pussy.
Shut the
Okay,
fuck
okay.
up.
Potter, you want me to hold some of that money for you?
Yeah. Give me a call. I'll buy a bunch of Labubus and you can hold them in Labubu stock. There you go.
Buy some
They
bricks,
gonna
bro.
be college fools.
Yo, Q's is just nobody's buying.
It's because in the video.
Shit in the bed.
Listen, I'm up on those 580s. I knew this shit was gonna fucking. I felt it in my plums, getting all swollen and juicy. Ready for the picking. All right. Show them in the Discord where you said something big is coming before the drop yesterday. I don't need to do anything for these guys. I mean, it's fun to interact with them, but honestly, I don't know. Sometimes it's fun because, maybe they do stop and they're like, well, let me just hear this dude out. But I mean, Jesus, Ivy. All right, let's see if we got anything else. If you have anything else, drop your request. This guy said he's made 3K and he hasn't paid me a dime. That's awesome. Damn. Everybody must be pretty happy with their positions right now. But yeah, I think so, Windwalker. I think that's probably, I mean, honestly, not a terrible idea. It's opening a lot of opportunity. We have a great opportunity on AI to set a lot of alerts. And we're also going into earnings season. That's going to be sick. So,
Dude, look at Spy's candle. On the 24 hours, just straight down. It's invalidated like.
dude, wait, you didn't even fucking take a moment to pause here. Dude, are we going to get my fucking. Is there any point dropping a stock? Is there a point to doing it? I mean, strategically, there can be absolutely a point. Get retail out, get a better price. Yeah, if you're somebody who controls, a large amount of that, man, you can dump, spur fear, pump dumb headlines, let it drop, buy the dip, let it chop, buy the dip some more, scare them one last time, and then fucking let it rip. The gains page is nuts this week, guys. If you have anything to post in here, obviously a highlight video is in order. Because I just did 3 long finger scrolls. And we just got to the beginning of the week.
Just give me my money.
Just give me my money.
God, man, this thing's going crazy. Them
Dude,
580s are a little expensive.
dude, I don't even. Normally, I would have like a contract left from this morning for the weeklies, but I couldn't even. I got out of all of those.
Don't be getting numb on us, man.
Dude, listen, that was crazy for me. Any warning next week you like? Earnings next week? It's mostly bank earnings. We're gonna take a look at it. Yeah, we got bank earnings. It usually starts small, but Huh?
Wells Fargo.
Yeah, well, dude, which one of these bank stocks moves heavy though? I mean, I'm not trying to discourage you. I mean, I need to take a look at it too. So I can't join the waiting room when I use a link in your bio. I would go. I love hearing this man voice at work. Keep talking. What's that supposed to be?
When's JP Morgan earnings? Their stock is pretty ripe for a bounce. They've been dumping for a
Which
couple
which one of these bank stocks moves the most? That's my question. Damn, dude, my position is worth $23,000 right now. That's the last time I'm looking at it. Well, looking at it. I'll trim, yeah, but not the rest of it. Yeah, absolutely. Trim is in order if you have those, 580s for sure. If with at that cost, yeah, for sure. But I'm aiming for it, dude. I want that 580, 583. Listen, the first week of earnings is never that exciting for me. It's typically the weeks going into it. Yeah, we got Netflix, Coke, Kate. Oh, look at my bank. My bank is on Monday.
Say Citigroup is not looking.
Monday's a
looks like we're
holiday,
too.
ain't it? For bank?
I think so, isn't it? Yeah, it is a holiday, isn't it? Because the kids don't have school. Is the market open on Monday? Usually, if the market wasn't
Christopher
open,
Columbus.
Market is
It's a
open.
bank
kids are
holiday.
closed.
so I probably won't trade that day anyway. If it's a bank holiday, that means no money.
No money coming in.
How to join the wait? Just go to potterstocks.com on TikTok. All right. Tesla, Boston Science, Moody's, O'Reilly's, Blackstone, Honeywell, Ford. This week right here is packed though. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be hot. All right. Getting a little bounce here at the end of the day, trying to hold on to that 350 or 655. Q's trying to hold on to their floor over here. And it is 342. I will place my hedge now.
So whenever we're doing a hedge, we're just trying to basically call our profits just in case it goes back up and then we have no leg down.
Yeah, and for me, having the expiration I do on the Qs, the worst case scenario, it basically what this is for is even if I end up getting out of my trade, that can actually end up being, and there's been a lot of times where that happens. I can tolerate on this position a gap up, but obviously if it was a gap up over something substantial like 597.50 or even as much as 600, this would give me cushion. Yes. So,
Yeah,
and
I got a bit of a straddle for next week, so I'm just waiting.
Very good. Okay. I don't think, and again, this is based off of history. I don't think that we just stop after one big 24-hour candle leg down. If anything, we wick up and then we drive price down lower, or if we're meant to reverse, we gap down. If we gap down heavy off of crazy news, that's where we could see a nice whip down and then a big, big, big fucking strong whip up.
Yeah, statistically they say after a bloody Friday, Mondays are generally bloody. So like placing your bets now for Monday's price action and then saying there's not a lot of money coming into the market because it's a holiday.
Very
It'll be a low
true.
volume.
Yeah.
It's probably just best for a hedge play.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it cheap. See
Cheap.
here.
Cheap.
Cheap. That's the problem. You might have to SQQ it. So 602 is the retest level. As contracts are inflated, so be careful. Obviously, you don't need as many to hedge yourself. Why is it just now alerting me that my Tuesday market recap was uploaded?
for the downside, does it concern you at all that that crazy man comes out and says some wild shit all the time, and then it always
Yes.
ends up like pulling back into some type of deal for everybody?
Yes. That's the
I feel
taco
like it's
method.
more
That's why I'm
negotiation tactics than empty
but
threats.
right, but I can't trade off of what Trump might say, right? Like this morning I took a short off of something technical and was
Yeah, right.
blessed
Yeah.
blessed by the tweet. So therefore I'm going off of what I'm seeing on the chart and obviously hedging because yes, we do have a madman soggy wet Cheeto who is running the show. So yeah, Trump is going to be talking all weekend, I'm sure, and tweeting about it, and more shit's gonna, I mean, you know, the war is waging in Portland right now, so get out of here.
This is only just his first year.
Christ, don't remind me. Jesus.
We got 3 more years of this shit.
Yeah, I think he's speaking at market close. So I mean, he could drive this fucker down hard. He might have told his friends, sell. But getting a
I
little bit
actually
of
have to
a
go back to work to go and fix people's situations over at Schwab. So I hope you guys have a great day.
all right, man. Situations is a good way to
It's gonna
coin
be
that.
bad, dude. It's gonna be so bad. Like margin calls and people
Oh,
that had sold puts that are now so deep in the money that have nothing to do. It's gonna be a fucking bloodbath.
oh my God. Best of luck, my friend.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the monies. I'll see you guys later.
Gotta I love Trump's price action. Maybe not him, but I love his price action, dude. There's nothing like a Trump
Mr.
tweet, dude. Yeah,
Mr.
listen.
Potter?
Yes, sir. What are we swinging?
Hello?
Is that what I can hear you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear now. Sorry.
Okay, good. Yeah, what am I swinging? Is that what you're gonna ask me?
No, I'm lottoing 10 at the money puts.
This dude is a fucking crash test dummy. He's good at it though. He's the best one.
Why?
He's the best crash test dummy, dude. Number one. They always put him
Why,
in the
dude?
Saturns because he always stays good. This is it. This is the last trade. What does that mean? Are we all gonna die or something? You had a
Oh.
premonition?
Oh.
Last trade.
It's just a lotto.
No, I mean the way that we're closing,
Mostly
dude, is
money.
flat. I have a hedge for that position. I think the Qs see 385, 38 or 580s. Geez, 380s would be nice. But yeah, I'm looking at 581. I'm short. I'm going off of the candle close. No response. 50% of that is marked out. You know, at worst 602.55 retest, which it would hurt. Obviously.
That's what I'm playing. I'm playing a bounce for Monday.
You got anything to the downside or just one-sided?
I just got rid of my last 592.
Ah, got you. Okay. Can I see Nike? No, I'm blind. Yes, I can. It looks good to go in. I mean, it's getting very, very close. You could actually say that it's already retested its first bit of structure. Yeah, 6480. You have just another 6416. Market cooperates with us. Yes, next week you should see some extra cheddar. Oh, hey, hold on. Yeah, next week's puts, if you have those are, I was up, still it. Yeah, 500%, 490%. It keeps moving. Potter, respectfully, this thing is stair-stepping. Listen, Neeler, I can't throw everything away that I just said and just take your word for it, though. That would make me an idiot. I got to go off of what my analysis tells me, man. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll pay the piper when it comes Monday. I have hedges for that scenario. I think differently. I think on the Qs we could see sustained. We got empty space underneath us. Structures right here. We just lost our structure here. So what am I supposed to do? Throw away everything I've ever known? Got to stick to
Yes.
the plan, man. Stick to the plan.
You're thinking it
Yo,
goes down to 580.
what expirations you got on those 580s?
I have the end of October, and the beginning of November. October
Okay.
31st.
You had those already, right? You've been holding on to those.
I did. I bought them here. It popped up. I did end up holding on to part of that position. I was getting kind of beat up. It was pretty heavy, and then obviously, added more today. So yeah, 530 on those. But yeah, no, I tried to do it once, and it popped up, made a new high. So I got out, tried it again over here. I felt this coming, right? I think a lot of you guys kind of heard me talking about this in Sunday, but yeah, today was perfect.
A gap down into 585 would be dope on Monday, and then
I just don't
just really
see anything. The only thing I see is 588.50 to bounce off of, and
yeah. No, I have that level too.
586.65. But those are such like, if we really expect a market reversal off of that, I would expect a market reversal off of 582 after losing all of this, but we'll see.
Bro, we lost 9 days of
Yeah.
all-time high grinding in one day.
Yep. And then above 590. So, I mean, I'd like to see a spill over into Monday, and then Monday we take this fucker back up. I mean, or excuse me, Tuesday. Monday I'm probably just going to be taking profit. So,
Yeah,
I took
that's
some Monday 585s.
um,
That retest right there.
yeah, whoever signed up. Yeah, we got 9 spots left.
Is it okay for me to think my hedge is all my long positions? I mean, I'll be happy when this fucking thing goes up, right? I don't need to buy other side. That'd be too much, correct?
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, keep it simple.
Okay.
Sammy, do I need to fly you out, dude? Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna call Papa, dude. I'm gonna call you. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna get your dad in on this. I'm gonna be like, listen, yeah, dude. I'm gonna call Poppy. I'm gonna say, Poppy, he won't hold the contracts. I'm gonna teach him point A from point B. Exactly. Wow, I wanted to give my Nobel Prize Potter. Oh no.
How is it? You saw that Nobel Prize? Who won it?
Yeah, I love that, dude.
Wait. Like, you saw the lady from Venezuela, right?
I don't know anything about her. I haven't even seen her face, but
Okay, so it's very.
and he's gone.
Listen, that woman got balls, bro. That woman got balls. That
Is-
woman got more balls than a lot of men. Let me tell you that first of all.
Okay. Want to care to elaborate?
But I don't know if you could see through and see the psyop that's about to happen. No? Okay, well,
Call me
imagine what
after
happened
this.
with
Fill me in.
Argentina, but it's gonna be with her.
Oh, I saw she's from Venezuela. I immediately was like, that's not good.
Yeah. So they're gonna do the same
Yeah.
thing that they did with Milei. Milei was a plan for those folks. He has ties to those folks. We can't get into I don't want to go into detail of what she is. I'll tell you this: she's very courageous and she has a lot of balls that a lot of men don't have in that country. But just so you know, that's
Okay.
gonna be the next president of Venezuela. Maduro's days are counted, bro. Maduro's about to get a drone strike. It's a couple of weeks.
All right, Manny. Thank you. That was today's Cuban update by Bidwacker.
Today's South American geopolitical updates.
Lock them up.
We have some.
Follow him for updates.
Yeah, dude. Here's Friday harebrained fucking Cuban update. Get ready to learn. He's not wrong. They want cheap Venezuela oil. Hell yeah, they do. They want some of that. What did Rollman call it? Some of that thick stuff. He called it thick. He said that Venezuela oil was thick oil. Yeah, he was like, it's different than the oil. I was like, what are you going to oil places and like feeling the oil?
Like, Robin, what the hell do you know about oil, bro?
Yeah, says the Vaseline you use on that noggin. Shout out to Rollman.
Dude, how am I up 30% on these puts already, bro? Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look at my puts one more time before. Oh my god, Manny.
Now
For real, like,
35,
this is
dude.
enough.
What the hell is happening, bro?
Well, I put $1,200 into this. My positions were 22 riggedy racks.
Oh my
A
god,
little.
this is going- Bro, I have 593 puts.
Somebody spit in the Q's mouth.
Somebody
Whoa.
spit in the Q's mouth.
I didn't say that. You guys didn't see that. Venezuela has the OE oil, 800 of oil. Is it like good stuff? Come for the stock training, stay for the South American geopolitical conflict updates. Yes, sir. While you make a bag, hopefully.
Welcome to the chat. Enjoy your stay.
Dude, I'm up 95%. Listen, I had a dream of
Look, I'm up,
580s.
oh my God, Garrett. Now I'm up 50. Dude, I'm gonna take profits.
I swear to God, I
You
knew
see
you were
why I
gonna say
can't
that.
swing?
Don't do it, Manny.
You see why I
No.
can't swing?
Your life is, listen, you're gonna buy Evian water at Nobu for the
Dude, I'm
same
up,
price.
Garrett,
You're
what-
gonna do it. You're gonna do
I'm
it.
up
All right,
like
anyway.
60%. What is happening to the Qs?
All right, we're hitting a floor now at 589. Oui. And this is
Yeah,
basically
we indeed, bro.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Wee.
dude, I might have to sell. I'm up 100% now. That's 13 riggedy racks. I'm gonna take one off. Here. Someone want to buy a 580 October 31st?
He's up 13 racks. I'm gonna sell one out of the 80.
Each one is worth 13 or
No, each one is worth $1,000.
You're
Oh,
crazy, dude. I'm gonna sell one out of my 80.
I got it hedged. I'm fine.
I deserve this much.
PotterStocksTrading.com.
The world's best. I'm just kidding.
GARRETT. It's free for you and cheap for me. Some girl said that to me in like 2nd grade. Been stimming on that shit ever since.
All right, I'm gonna take half off and I'm gonna sell 5 because Jesus Christ.
That's fine. Do it. Fine. Don't cry on Monday though. No, shit. Yeah, this could be a good place to grab that hedge if you're looking for it. So PGY. Oh dude, yeah, Pagaya, great break, looking good in the empty space. Shit. Manny, put $500 into another account, okay? We're doing yeah, we're doing
I'm not doing that again. I'll get the money. Just don't stop telling me that. I told you I don't do those accounts no more.
Yes, you do.
They make my brain hurt, dude.
No, they don't. Let me log in. Yeah, for sure, man. Wow. Okay, so how are we responding here? Not much of a response. But man, let the red candles wash. What's up?
when you first started, did you have trouble with getting too excited and selling your contracts too fucking fast?
Yeah, dude, all the time. All the time.
Well, I still do it,
that's
dude.
me.
I
man,
Yeah.
still do
that's
that
me.
shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. I
Because
mean, it gets
between AMD and the Qs today. Well, Qs was an accident because I hit the close button instead of the trade on.
Yeah, I
Trade
remember. I heard you
Station.
do that.
Yeah. I missed out on so much money with AMD by like fucking selling too early. Even I even did it with I did it with Lulu too. Like
Okay.
how did you get past that shit?
Not looking at my contracts. Not looking at my
Yeah, not looking at
contracts.
your P&L.
Not looking at my contracts. Repeating that. Not looking at my contracts. I'm not looking at my contracts. It's on the chart. It's on the chart. It's on the chart. Everything I need to know is on the chart. I hide that window because people think that keeping up that window is like, oh man, I'm being hyper vigilant. No, you're scared. I'm not scared. I'm taking my trade from point A to point B. And it's like those moments where you see it take off in your direction and you start looking at the money, and the money is the reason that you take action because, oh my God, but you're not letting the reason you got into that trade was because of the chart. And now you're letting the money dictate how the trade goes. But that was my number one issue. And it was me closing my brokerage or hiding my brokerage that allowed for me to, and really, dude, I can't tell you how much. Do you guys remember the other day when I kept telling myself 3 times in a row, I was like 3 rejections out the top, 3 rejections out the top. That was me like yelling over my own inner narration. It was like, well, no, shut your fucking mouth. 3 rejections off the top. 3 rejections off the top. How many times do we have to do this, Garrett? 3 rejections off the top. Take your fucking, and I mean, I'm not super nice about it, but like, take your fucking trade. You know what I mean? Like if, and not only that, when the trade is moving in the direction that you meant it to go, why are you throwing out the whole game plan because of a couple dollars? You know, again, it's exciting, But this is, you know, again, the first or second flight inside of a fucking jet fighter is probably going to be really exciting. That's probably why you have a fucking instructor pilot with you. But at some point, you got to be able to get used to those G forces and focus on the goal. Damn, that's a good metaphor. Wasn't sure how that was going to go when I first started it.
No, it came out good, honestly. I saw you leading into it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I
pretty
saw
good.
that too. I appreciate that. I feel like I mean, for me in my personal journey, I feel like I've been going through like waves of figuring things out. Like at
That's how it
first
works.
I was being too scared and nervous to jump into the trade when I saw the setup.
Yep.
And now I feel like when I've gotten past that, and now it's just like I'm selling too early, or I'm trimming, or when I'm trimming too many contracts too fast because I'm excited about the profit that I'm getting, and then I'm watching contracts
The-
go from me selling them for $1 or $2 when I could have sold them for $15 or $20.
Ding, ding,
So
ding,
you're
ding,
like
ding,
me.
ding, ding.
That's
Remarkable.
exactly. That's like me. I've been getting into that too. I only buy like 5 to 6 contracts, and then I'm getting rid of them too fast. Like I'm not holding, you know. So I'm doing the same thing, bro.
So
Yeah.
those
It's like
waves.
I feel like it's just like a progression. It feels good to like talk to Potter, and then he's like, yeah, I did the same shit when I started. Like, because it
Well,
does
not
suck. Like I could have easily in the past 2 weeks between AMAT, Lulu, QQQ, like I could have ended up being up like almost 30 or 40 bands. Instead, I probably got like maybe
Same here.
1,000 out of it.
I could at least had another 25,000. So I'm on the same thing you are.
Hey, man,
This is
all of us, bro.
so what you just said about the waves, right? You get these waves of revelations. And here's the thing. Close your eyes and imagine when you first got started here and the problems that you're dealing with now, right? These are upper echelon problems. These are only problems that occur if you progress. You can only be scared or be taking profit too soon if you got over the hurdle of taking your trade in the first place. So I see progress, right? You're moving in the right direction. And the fact that you're presented now with an opportunity, right? How are we going to solve this problem? My problem is that when I take my trade, which I'm not scared to do anymore, which means that I am capable of moving forward, I'm going to, or I take my trade and now I'm fearful, right? Or I am watching my P&L. What are some things that I can do to adjust, to change the variables that are around me, right? Am I focused too much on a lower time frame and not a higher time frame? Did I identify that trade on the 4 hour and then now I'm staring at the 3 when we have broken outside of the structure that we need to and we're not even close to TP1? Because you're so concerned about it potentially reversing, which means that you're still carrying fear. Fear is unknown, right? We don't know what's going to happen, and so we fear it. You have to know that empty space, and either that's repetition, right? And or it's experience. So here's what you do. You're going to map out your next trade. You're going to write it down, right? You're going to write down every single detail that you can. You're going to write down in highlighted marks or type it out. You're going to put your price, your entry, and your first target. And what I want you to do when you take that trade, whether that's at the end of the day or intraday, and it breaks and it's moving in the right direction past where you need to manage it, I want you to shut your brokerage off. I want you to flip your phone over. I want you to take your hands off of the keyboard or whatever. Have a Post-it note on your screen that says point A to point B, and don't move. And you're going to be scared, and you're not going to like how you feel. And there's candles that are going and retracements that might come back down. Your finger only hits the fucking mouse or your screen if your stop loss gets hit or your target gets hit. That is discipline. That is allowing yourself to experience the fear that is contained inside of that empty space, which is just rapid movement, quick retest, volatility. But this is something that if you go through the experience, you come out more seasoned. You come out with the experience of knowing what was beyond that unknown. Okay, it did go through that empty space. The trade did work out. I now have evidence to believe and no longer fear. Exposure therapy. Make sense?
Got it. Appreciate it.
Got you.
Makes a lot of sense. Gonna have to try that.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
trim some of my hedges.
off the bounce.
No,
the bounce
well,
it just gets
I
you.
got 15 minutes. I'm up
He's
2
being
grand on my
guided.
hedges. Like I kind of want to trim
Holy
some of them.
shit! What? How many hedges did you take, boss? Holy shit!
More than I wanted to. So
Yeah,
nice.
bet. That is the code for that code that's on my screen is for the flash sale, which we're only doing every once in a while during the month of October. A lot of the times with as fun as this place is and as fun as exciting as this is, we forget sometimes how serious this shit is. This is your money, but this is also a opportunity, a door that is open. And I'm, again, not tooting my own horn, but we figured this shit out. We have the blueprint, a blueprint that fucking works. And we're watching people cross the finish line. You're watching your peers cross the finish line. People who are contemplating quitting their jobs, people who have let their wife stay home now to do whatever they want, because they're now able to bring in that extra income. It's real. You watch us do it. You watch the chart do it. So take it serious, which means that in the moments where you are falling short, take action. Write things down. Do something outside of what you normally do. And for me, that's writing Post-it notes. I swear to God, I have them they're everywhere right now. They're on the floor, rolled up in little Post-it notes doobies. They look like little doobies because they kind of roll up, get old. But like, dude, I write them all the time for the dumbest shit. For the dumbest shit. But I do it because if I didn't then, I that was just kind of that little puzzle piece that allowed for me to have a visual reminder of what I'm trying to accomplish, because our brains are great, but they're also our worst enemy. Until your brain has a sufficient evidence to believe, unless it's a religion, then it is it's something that takes away from the fear of that experience. You know what's going to happen. All right. Anyway, so what I'm hearing is you need a maid in the house. I do have a free Discord. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I mean, if you guys, that's honestly from my position, I'll have a green day, but when I know that other people aren't getting that, or they're, they caught the wrong end of that trade, that shit bothers me. You know what I mean? Because obviously, I mean, I have a goal here, but I also I know how close some of you guys are to figuring it out. I know how close Stelio is to figuring this out. Jorge is to figuring this out, right? There's a lot of other names in here that you're right there. There's some of you who are figuring it out in slow motion at your own pace. I can appreciate that. But take it seriously. As much fun as this is, we got to make sure that we're trying to, make the adjustments, just like in life. Shit doesn't change until you do. And if you're not changing, you're choosing. And that one hurts, dude. If you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you keep choosing to do something, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. All righty. Well, I hope you guys have a good weekend. You have a few more minutes to grab your hedge. Obviously, we are bouncing. This is where we could see that gap up, of course. I am also hedged, ready for a potential leg up here. Glad I got to trim a contract off of that. See what Tesla gives us over the weekend. Did that one bounce any? No, it did not. Holy shit. Tesla. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
380 on Monday.
Oh, my God. Two poppy, $3.95. The yearly subscription begins at the date of purchase. If you would like to push off your yearly so that way you can go through the workshop, I encourage you to do so. In fact, I think that's really good, and you should, because one thing that I really don't like is that when people have no idea, they haven't watched me at all, they don't know any boxes, they don't know what a contract is, start to try to trade immediately. Like, not learn, but like just hit the ground running with no information. You know, if you've gone through the information, you're a fast learner. I don't set the pace, but the code don't work. Yeah, the code is not for the workshop. The workshop in itself is already discounted. I mean, you get the workshop forever. Any classes that are included with it. You also get 6 months in the or 8 months in the, or one of them too. I forgot. But yeah, you get time in the Discord. Oh, sorry. There you go. Ivy said 6 months. So yeah, you already get, you know, a lot of extra. How long is the lifetime till? Until the nurses call it. And then if you would, yeah, if you'd like to upgrade your subscription for the afterlife,
Afterlife and that
we do
kind
have
of-
spots available for that. Yeah, the afterlife subscriptions. Nice afterlife on Kale. What's that?
trading souls.
Oh God. Yours or our lifetime? Well, yeah, if I die, I can't give you guys analysis unless you guys want to like do a Ouija board or something. Tesla long or short? Everybody gets on the Ouija board. Run. What's the afterlife deal?
We'll be asking you calls or puts from the afterlife.
That would be great. Don't want to ask how I'm doing or how heaven is. Long Tesla or short it? Whalington, that's what the YouTube vid. Ivy's posting them in my channel, kind of going through those, but no, we'll have to get a watch list channel or something like that, maybe to add to that.
Yes, chef.
Oh, Ivy, I need to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Obviously, I might text you this weekend for some of the information. I want to finish the merch site. So,
Mhm. Okay, chef. No
yeah,
problem.
I sent the files over to Van, and so he should have them,
Mhm.
the whatever printed out. So, do you do
sure.
fractal structure strategy? No, I don't do fractal structure strategy. The yearly is cheaper than the workshop. Plus, you get that. Wait, what?
Yeah, the yearly is much cheaper right now since it's on sale.
Yeah, it is.
Money, 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 money.
Did he? Yo, holy shit, Meat Barn. Nothing like a little $8,000 day, dude. I know that's only like $1 in New York City, but like that's Robert's fucking electric bill. Yeah, I don't know how to make I already have a website. I don't know how to make a web page that's for the merch. Like, do I need to make a separate website or do
No,
the
chef.
tabs? Like, I don't know what to do. I'm so scared.
In
I don't have a stop
in
loss.
Squarespace, you have a place for your merch.
I do. Oh, you did it already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I did it already.
Jesus Christ. Look at this person. Look at her.
I'm just waiting for the information. I mean the pictures and the dimensions and stuff.
Ah, got you. Okay. I'll send some files over. We'll just reuse some shit, or maybe if anybody in here does websites or design. Well, never mind. Alex has got some designs too. So, could you do this for OK Service of the Day? Not yesterday. Tesla obviously was one of them. Qs we had on the watch list. That's kind of my main focuses right now. I do have CCL, which I don't know if anybody's still short on. Are you short on that one, Ivy?
CCL? Yeah, I'm
Y-
green on CCL,
Beautiful.
expiring on Fridays.
Beautiful. Yeah, 2750 is our next leg down, and then so is 2692. So that's another one that I'm looking at for potential continuation. So IB trading and running the Discord. Yeah, right? Fire, dude. Yo, he said hoping to make me first dollar. Yo, when people say accidentally say me, he said hoping to make me first dollar this. I immediately read it in a pirate voice. All right, guys. Well, today, this week was freaking ridiculous. Congratulations. If you didn't have a ridiculous week, or if it just wasn't that good and you're struggling, next week we're going to have some activities. So hopefully sharpen your sword, and get a little bit more caught up, and make sure that everybody is on the same page as far as what our boxes look like, how we're identifying said boxes. And that advice I just gave earlier, you know, on writing things down as far as point A to point B, I'll leave you guys with this. Yes, you are leaving the opportunity. And this is why I say profit is not profit. And you should maybe be disappointed with yourself. And if you don't feel good about what you missed out on, that's because you know you were capable of actually capturing all of that. And yes, that is an opportunity to take a large leap forward. And so I think the thing that you can go into this weekend with is you are going to catch these moves and you are going to hold from point A to point B. That's it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but you're also going to be just as stringent about your stop losses.
Full port.
Oh my
Thank you,
God,
Croissant.
Ivy.
Hey,
Ivy.
Potter.
Yeah.
I just almost trimmed my hedges free in the after hours section. I basically made enough to
For
make
Monday?
for the hedges, yeah.
Dude, that's
So
actually
my hedges were hedged.
that damn bro, hedged his hedges with hedges.
That's right, we're hedging. Call me the hedgehog, but I'm not.
Dude,
I'm Jeremy.
this guy's fucking, oh my God, ridiculous. The fact that you know that, Chad, I just made me think all sorts of things about you. This guy was a mid-80s goon master, dude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Croissant. I will do better next.
Yes, you will, dude. You're gonna fucking crush it, man.
Also, for anybody who has Trade Station, for the love of God, unless you have to and you are conscious of it, do not fucking hit the red button that says close. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Noted.
Have a good weekend,
Yes.
everybody. Go Mariners.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
I don't know what that means, but yep. Go.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, yeah, the baseball guys. The baseball guys. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful weekend. If you guys are playing Battlefield, I'll be on there. So, hit me up.
Gracias, Potter.
Yeah, I might actually. I think I found a bottle of tequila in my cabinet. I'm gonna celebrate this weekend in the game chat. So,
Hell yeah, man. There you go.
Give a drink to Neil.
Pinto bean butt. I haven't drank since the gin. You know, I've been good, man. I
That
don't
was
even.
only like 4 days ago, bro. That was
I've
on
been
Monday,
good.
dude.
Yeah, but before that, I hadn't drank since the mimosa incident. Every time I drink, it's an incident, dude. All right, who's the fuck Diddy?
What I do?